Hello again, it's me. I'm off shopping. I miscalculated by 1 week. I thought it was today that we were going to get the food delivered from my mother in Kent. And so I basically cleared out the fridge and the freezer to make sure I had room for everything. And it turns out it's not until next Saturday. So now I'm off to pick up something for, well, at least the next couple of days anyway. So off shopping again. Right, so this particular video is to do with Prince Philip's funeral, but not in the way that you might think. Even though I don't pay attention to what's going on in the world as such, beyond paying attention, so I know which way to swerve, whether it be left, right, or stay centered. And what I noticed, well, everybody would have noticed, because you see the image and you knew what the headline was going to be. So it's the Queen sitting by herself. There's no one for miles sitting near her, but she's wearing a mask. And you knew, well, I don't know about anybody else, my mother knew, you could work out that they were going to use that in the media as the story. The Queen, almost 95-year-old woman sitting by herself at her husband's funeral, how heartbreaking. And people would say to me, oh, come on, you can't be so heartless with regards to what I'm going to say next. But the thing is, the media is heartless. The media doesn't care about your feelings and emotions. The media will use your feelings and emotions. And obviously media work for somebody, whoever that is. They're the propaganda arm. And so, let me just spit it out. So basically, you see the Queen sitting by herself. That's all staged, because they wanted that image, because recently they had the Queen promoting the vaccine, telling us all to get it. And now people will say that it's because of this virus why she had to sit by herself, this poor woman. It should never have happened. And if we only all just take the vaccine and follow all the rules, then we can make sure that this never happens to anybody. That's a play, right? But I talk, as I did yesterday and the day before and every day, I talk about development. And whereas people would say I'm heartless, it's not that I'm heartless, it's development. So, what's the saying? Your heart doesn't rule your head. So it doesn't matter what's going on. My eyes see what they see. And I knew they were going to use the Queen in that way to tug at our heartstrings. And given the circumstances that she's 95 years old and her husband of 73 years has died, we're all going to be in an emotional state and we're not thinking straight. So whatever propaganda they want to preach to us, we will be primed and ready to receive it. Not me, governor. Right, so that's how they'd spread the propaganda and get people to do things that they would rather not. Like last night when I was going shopping, and there's the people out there and they're just so happy to be sitting down in the cold in the beer garden having a night out. And that for me is something I wouldn't even think about that as being given my freedom. In fact, it's not for anybody to give me my freedom. I've already got it. But I wouldn't look at that as something if I was invited out Someone was asking me, do you fancy coming out? And I asked where to the pub. You can't go inside, you've got to sit in the garden. I'd say no thank you. And I've already stated that I'm not going to go anywhere socially until things are back to how they were at the point at which we went into lockdown. Prior to that, so it's just really that they're using this woman, this almost 95-year-old woman, because they're heartless, the media, to tug at your heartstrings. I say yours because they're not tugging at mine, to get you to do whatever it is that they want you to do. That's all I have to say. But that is, I said yesterday about feelings and emotions, and be kind, be tolerant, be loving, and all of this. Those are the weapons of the enemy, right? So whoever is telling you that you need to be loving, tolerant, kind, and all these kind of touchy-feely type emotions towards others, you should ask yourself why they're asking you to do that. Because that's what they're asking you to do. With the Queen, she's an old woman who had to sit by herself at the funeral, and we're all supposed to feel sorry. And then while we're feeling sorry, they're going to sneak up behind us and persuade us to do whatever it is they want us to do. That's it. So on that note, I shall say, you guys take care and have a nice evening, what remains. Bye bye.